Scott Odell was born on May 23, 1898 in Los Angeles, California. He was born at the time that one had to travel by foot or horseback to get around. His family moved to Rattlesnake Island, a short distance south of San Pedro along the coast. Their house was built on stilts, and when the high tides would come in, the waves would crash underneath his house. He lived most of his life near the ocean, which reflects back on the books he wrote. He attended 4 different colleges, including Occidental College in California, University of Wisconsin, Stanford University, and the University of Rome. At the age of 20, in 1918, he joined the Army. He was an officer in training, but did not get sent off to war because it ended before he was done with his training. Scott Odell's actual name was Odell Gabriel Scott. It was during a misprint of his name to Scott Odell that he liked the way it sounded, thus changed it legally. His first job was with Palmer Photo Play Company. His job as a movie script critic led to his first book, Representative Photoplays Analyzed, in 1924. Shortly after, he moved to work with Paramount Pictures. He appeared in the movie Son of the Sheik. He wrote books for adults until his publication of Island of the Blue Dolphins in 1960. He came across the story of the girl who lived on an island for 18 years when writing his book, Country of the Sun, Southern California, an Informal Guide. When he wrote Island of the Blue Dolphins, he had no idea he had written a children's book, and it was this book that launched his new career of writing children's books. Other than being based on a true story, it also came from the memory of his years at San Pedro and Dead Man's Islands when he would set on adventures with his friends. Island of the Blue Dolphin was based on the true story of a girl, Karana, who finds herself in a situation where she is left abandoned on the island of Blue Dolphins, along with her brother, after their father has been killed by a tribe of Indians. Karana and her brother, Ramo, work together for their survival. One day she wakes up to find her brother killed by the wild dogs of the island. She takes revenge on her brother's death, attempts to kill the leader of the pack of the wild dogs, and ironically, becomes close friends with this dog. She names Rontu. She goes through many more adventures, until finally a ship comes to the Island of Blue Dolphins and takes her away. Island of the Blue Dolphin, which was published in 1960, received the Newbery Medal in 1961. Over the span of 39 years, this book received 13 awards. Some of these awards include the Lewis Carroll Shelf Award in 1961, the International Board on Books for Young People Honor List in 1962, and the German Youth Literature Prize in 1963. Scott Odell died on October 15, 1989. Upon his death, his ashes were scattered over the Pacific Ocean. When the boat boarding the mourning passengers turned back to shore, a pod of dolphins burst from the water, forming an honor guard, which is now the symbol used for his award. His award, the Scott Odell Award for Historian Fictions, was established in 1982. It awards $5,000 to authors who focus on historian fiction. The purpose of this award was to increase the interest of young readers into the historical backgrounds that have helped shape their country.